and how to punish the scholar's mat. They play e4, you play e5. They play queen h5, taking the pawn. In beginner's level, they may play a move like g6. Because if you play g6, here is a blunder. He takes this pawn, check, and after you move the queen, he takes the rook. So that's a blunder if you play g6 here. So the best move is to play knight e6 to defend the pawn. You play a move like bishop c4, taking this pawn. You have 2 moves or 3 moves. Best move maybe g6, but I want to show you, for example, queen f6. They may play, for example, d3, open for this bishop. You can play a tempo move, knight d4, attacking this pawn. They will defend it with bishop. You can play g6, tempo on the queen. He will return with a queen whenever, like if he return on g4 or h3, you play no, d4 is a blunder. I think d5 is not a blunder, like the bishop is protected by the rook. That's a strong move. You opened for the bishop also, that's a tempo, and you're attacking the center. Let's say he went here. You like right now you can see that black developed the knight, developed the queen here, will develop the bishop or develop the knight. So black in a good position here, and you don't have any trouble at all from this threat of scholar's mat. Let's say you play g6 first. g6, he can return to queen f3 to attack the pawn. You have to defend it. You don't play knight h6, you will make it harder for you, because they can play a move like this and they start to, like for example, take the knight and then they take the pawn. But like if you didn't find the best move, which is knight d4 here, attacking this and attacking this, and he can't stay in this line. After you played knight d4, he can't go queen f4, he can't go queen f5 or queen f6. And he is not threatening now checkmate, and here I have to defend this when he returns queen. And you take tempo, but I'm showing you if you know the best move. And I wanted to make it easier for you. So the easy move here, you can play knight f6, you can play queen f6. Let's say queen f6, easy move. He will play d3. Let's say he don't know that you will play knight d4. He will play d3. You don't take the queen, because if you take the queen, you developed a piece for white, and he will castle. You help him to castle fast also. They don't do this move, but instead you play knight d4, control the center, attacking a queen, attacking c2, and when you take c2, you are attacking the rook, and he have to return to defend the pawn. If he don't know that you will play knight d4, but let's say he knows that you will play d4, knight d4, and play c3, for example. You have a lot of moves here. Let's say the easy move, bishop c5. Now you want also to play knight e7 and to castle. Easy, like you are not doing like easy moves. He still wants to play, but this move is a blunder because you take extra pawn. That's extra pawn and the tempo, which is wrong. If he played a move like this, let's say he's professional, he played knight e7, but that's not professional because now you can take the queen. Why? Because he will not take with knight, he will take with pawn, and the pawn now is a bad pawn. Like right now his position is bad. After he take with pawn, there is a rule in chess, don't make the pawns like this. Like it is better if the pawns are strong structure. Right now the pawn is not a strong structure, so knight e2 is a bad move for white. Let's say he played d3 to open for the white bishop. You play d6 to open for the black bishop. He still wants to castle and he can't move the knight. He may play a move like this, bishop e3. You can easily take, you can return with the bishop, like as you like, but here you are safe, like you're not in danger here. You play the knight here and you castle and you are safe. So that's one variation of the scholar's opening. If you play g6 first, but if you play queen f6 first, some players really like he can play c3, prevent you to play this. You still can play g6. If he blunder and play a move like this, you play d5, attacking the bishop and attacking the queen at the same time. Let's say he didn't see the queen. Like I remember when I was 1500. Like right now I'm more than 2000, 2400. But when I was in this rating, you can forget the queen and take the pawn. And you take a free queen. But let's say he see it. He moves the queen, exchange the queen. You take the bishop. Easy trick. If he go to h3 or to g4. But if he play right and he play, for example, queen f3, you develop your pieces, play bishop c5, play d6. Like I always like to play the bishop first and then play d6. Like I can use this bishop and I can use the other bishop. I don't like to play d6 and but if you play d6 here is different. You will play the bishop from a different place, like maybe from bishop e7. So yeah, right now it is as you like. You are not in trouble at all. You play the bishop here. He can't play d4. I told you it is a blunder. He will lose a pawn. Can't play the knight. He will have a bad pawn structure. When you take the queen, he will play d3. You play d6 to open for the bishop. If he knows how to play, he can play bishop here. He can play knight d2. You can put the bishop to make things easier. He take, you take. Now he can play this because you are not attacking his queen. You can play knight f6. You castle and you castle and easy. Like it's not really no big threat here for black. Some players play after you play knight b6. Let's see if there's a different way. You want to make a trick for white. Let's say you play d6 instead of knight d6. He played the bishop and he thought that he will take the pawn. Okay. You play g6. He will return, wants to take this. You play knight f6. Why knight f6? Now you are threatening to play the bishop on g4. You would play a move like this, open for this bishop. You still play the bishop on g4, or you can play also the bishop on g7. You can play c6, but let's make it easier for you, and maybe you are trying to make more tricks for white. You have to go here, or to queen e3. You play the knight here, want to take tempo. Also, you could play the knight to c6 before the bishop. You want to make tempo to play knight d4, attacking the queen and attacking c2, attack tempo. He knows how to play and played a move like this. Now you play the bishop to g4. You go here. There's some idea here, but I don't want you to go for this idea. Queen d7 and to castle long. That's a different variation at all, but it will be different also for white. You can punish white for playing the queen too early without castling and without using his pieces. He play h3, his best move. Go bishop e6. You take, you take. He start to develop his pieces. You play d5. You can see that black is better here. What can he do? Take the pawn. Take with queen. You are attacking this pawn. You want to castle long. Want to play the bishop to c5. He castle. You can castle long. I am sure that white here will not know what to do when you castle long. Like that's total different play versus scholar's mat when you castle long. So how you can castle long? After you play the bishop, you play queen d7, and then you castle. When you want, like it depends, but d5 here is important. D5 is important move here, and black is better in this position. I hope you enjoyed the video and I explained it well. And if you have any questions, write it in the comments below. And don't forget to like it and share it. And thank you for watching.